This is very, very interesting.
And what part in particular, sir?
The reversal of the wheel positioning. I assume for more controlled steering.
Yes, for more controlled steering as well as increased stability. No more will a simple pebble throw the rider from his saddle.
You sound as if you speak from experience.
I certainly do, sir. And I'm not alone in this matter.
And these levers? Well, please elaborate.
Ratchet drive, yes.
Ratchet.
The rider propels the machine by placing his foot on top of the lever and pushing down each time it recoils. Less effort, reduced range of motion, and it just simply makes sense. Oh, and the rider can also propel the machine by using just one foot.
A single foot? My word. Or stand upright when facing an incline, I suppose.
Precisely.
You boys and your bicycles.
Agnes, you're looking lovely this evening.
Well, it isn't every day your husband gets elected to Congress.
And did I not congratulate
It's
you?
quite all right. It's quite all right. You remember, Mr. Pressey, dear, we were just discussing the new updates to these upcoming bicycle we plan to produce.
Those discussions can continue tomorrow. For now, we must celebrate. The town is waiting.
If I'm asked. George, always a pleasure. Let's manufacture a prototype, secure the patent, and decide on a price point.
Thank you for your time, sir. Evening, ma'am.
All right, let's go. Are you certain my presence is absolutely necessary? My allergies are terribly bothersome today.
Everyone is so excited. You simply must greet them and let them congratulate you.
I am very excited to see what splendid opportunities Washington has to offer. Oh my, I'm so excited. I may have Emerson pull my things from storage tonight. Dear, aren't you excited?
Yes, of course. Of course. I just fear my absence will impact production. They're good workers, but without my proper leadership and
Oh,
constant
hush with that. The business is in great shape. The board will have no trouble maintaining it while you're gone.
Perhaps we could frequent back and forth from Washington, just to, check in.
If you like. Yes, fine. Please, let's just enjoy the evening, dear.
Good afternoon. Have a lovely day.
I've done some research on the National Institution. It's only a few blocks from the hotel.
Is that so?
I've even taken the liberty of writing a letter of introduction for myself.
A letter of introduction? Why would you? I'm not sure. For what purpose?
Oh, Hezekiah. The National Museum will be an excellent environment for me to continue my studies.
Good heavens, Maddie, why can't you behave like all the other congressmen's wives? Why must you always be at something?
Exactly how do you suppose other congressmen's wives behave, Mr.
Well,
Smith?
how the devil should I know? I suppose they sit around drinking tea, discussing, I don't know, literature. Agnes.
Yes, well, I intend to do something more meaningful with my time than partake in tea parties. I have no intention of sitting around all day with a bunch of old hens gossiping about their drama.
A telegram from Mr. Smith?
Oh, I believe he's up by the fountain.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Smith?
I am he.
Telegram.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Darling, what is it? Yet another congratulatory message, I assume.
The New York Times is running a story on me.
Well, that sounds like good news. Why have you put on such a long face?
The article pertains to Evan.
Emerson! Get Jack down here. Gather the press. Alert all the publications. We need to get out in front of this, all right? Tell Jack I want him down here first thing in the morning. Bring his team. I'm gonna put these god-awful rumors to rest once for all. Emerson!
Yes, sir.
Put on a pot of coffee, would you?
Right away, sir.
Two poached eggs, one slice of buttered bread, and 2 mugs of piping hot coffee. That is what I had for breakfast this morning. And since the papers are more interested in my personal affairs, I thought this could be of some use. I joke, of course. I mean no disrespect to the members of the press gathered here today. In fact, I welcome your presence. Yesterday, we had the joy of learning about my election to Congress. Today, I understand that there is a more provocative story making its way around town. A story so preposterous and unfounded, I find it difficult to find the words to speak about now. The story claims I have another wife, another family. In Woodstock, of all places, if you can believe it. I can tell you now that these claims are utterly false. I never married Verona Evelyn English. And I never gave her or anyone else any evidence to believe that she was my wife. I never lived with her in any husbandry fashion, and I've certainly no reason to believe that I've ever fathered a child. It is true that when I was preparing to leave my native state, that Verona Evelyn English came to me as an acquaintance. And thanks to her importunities and my empathy for her unfortunate circumstances, I aided her as I would anyone in a similar dilemma. To my knowledge, she never laid a foot in Boston or Lowell in all her days. I'm not a party to, nor can I be held responsible for all the stories she may have told and all the illicit fabrications she may have written. In fact, it's delusions like these that forced me to drive a sharp and deliberate wedge between my ancestral roots in Massachusetts and my new life here in our beloved New Jersey. Though this may not be the most enticing story, the truth is rarely labeled as such. Now, I will not be taking any questions, but I would like to thank you all very much for your ears here today and for tomorrow, your privacy as my family and I deal with this stressful situations. Good day. God bless. Well, that's that. My boss will box my ears for this.
We traveled all this way for that. There's no way my editor's going to run a retraction as a weekly lead.
Oh, I wouldn't imagine he would. I mean, we go to print in 3 days, and his admission was supposed to be the front page.
Without proof of his transgressions, there's nothing more to be done.
I have the proof.